Ever feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of stuff in your life? You're not alone. Research shows that a cluttered environment can reduce your productivity by up to 50%. That's right, half your potential wasted on distractions. But here's a shocking fact. People who embrace minimalism report being 30% more productive. Imagine what you could achieve if you cut out the noise and focused only on what matters most. Sounds amazing, right? In this video, we're diving into minimalist hacks that can supercharge your productivity. We'll explore how to declutter your digital space, streamline your daily routine, and design a workspace that boosts focus. Plus, we'll share tips on curating your information intake and mastering the art of saying no. Stick around to discover how these strategies can transform your life. Ready to unlock your peak productivity? Let's get started. Chapter 1. Declutter your digital space. Minimalist tech tips. Let's talk about digital clutter. Most of us don't even realize how much it slows us down. Did you know the average person spends over 20 minutes a day just looking for files? That's over 100 hours a year. Crazy, right? But don't worry, there's an easy fix. Start by organizing your files into clear folders. A good rule of thumb is the 2-click rule. If it takes more than 2 clicks to find a file, it's buried too deep. Consider using cloud storage like Google Drive or Dropbox to keep everything in one place. This way, you can access your files from any device, anywhere. It's a game changer! Another tip is to limit the number of apps on your phone and computer. Studies show that we only use about 30% of the apps we download. So why keep the rest? Uninstall what you don't use regularly. Your device will run faster, and so will you. Let's not forget about email. A cluttered inbox is a huge productivity killer. Aim for inbox 0. Use folders, labels, and filters to sort emails automatically. Check your email only a few times a day. This can save you hours in the long run. Remember, your digital space reflects your mental space. Finally, set up your devices for minimal distractions. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Did you know the average person checks their phone 58 times a day? Cutting back can boost your focus by up to 50%. Try using Do Not Disturb mode when you need to concentrate. Your productivity will thank you. Chapter 2. The Power of Less, Simplifying Your Daily Routine. Let's simplify your daily routine. Most of us overcomplicate our days without realizing it. We fill our schedules with too many tasks, leaving us overwhelmed and unproductive. But here's the truth. Doing less can actually help you achieve more. Start by identifying your top 3 priorities for the day. This concept comes from Greg McKeown's book, Essentialism, where he emphasizes, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Focusing on just 3 things ensures you give your best effort to what truly matters. Next, batch similar tasks together. For example, answer all your emails at once instead of spreading them out through the day. This technique, known as task batching, can reduce the time you spend switching between tasks by up to 40%. It's a simple yet powerful way to stay focused. Consider adopting a morning routine that sets a positive tone for the day. This could include meditation, exercise, or even just 10 minutes of reading. The key is to start your day with intention. According to The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, having a consistent morning routine can increase your productivity by up to 200%. Another great tip is to limit decision-making. We make about 35,000 decisions every day. It's no wonder we get decision fatigue. Simplify your choices, like having a set breakfast or a capsule wardrobe. This frees up mental energy for more important decisions. Lastly, schedule time for breaks. It might seem counterintuitive, but taking regular breaks can actually boost your productivity. The Pomodoro technique is a popular method where you work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. It helps keep your mind fresh and focused. Before we move on, hit subscribe and let's dive back into more great content. Chapter 3. The Capsule Workspace, Design for Focus. Now let's talk about your workspace. A cluttered desk often leads to a cluttered mind. Studies show that people with clean desks are 84% more productive. So how can you create a minimalist workspace that fosters focus and creativity? First, only keep essentials on your desk. This could be your computer, a notepad, and a pen. Everything else should be stored away. Think of your desk as prime real estate. Only the most important things get to stay. Next, consider the layout of your workspace. Natural light is a big productivity booster. In fact, a study found that workers in natural light are 15% more creative. So, try to position your desk near a window if possible. If not, invest in a good desk lamp with warm lighting. Your chair is another crucial element. A comfortable chair can make all the difference. It supports your posture and keeps you focused on your work, not your discomfort. Look for an ergonomic chair that suits your needs. Now let's talk about color. Did you know that certain colors can affect your mood and productivity? For instance, blue is known to be calming, while green can boost your creativity. Consider adding these colors to your workspace, whether through wall paint, decorations, or even a desk plant. Lastly, declutter your digital workspace too. Close unnecessary tabs, organize your desktop, and keep only the most used apps in your dock. A clean screen is just as important as a clean desk. It helps you focus on the task at hand, reducing distractions and mental fatigue. Chapter 4. Mindful Consumption. Curate your inputs. Let's dive into what you consume mentally. We often overlook how much our information diet affects our productivity. On average, people consume over 12 hours of media a day. That's a lot of input! But not all of it is beneficial. Start by filtering your news intake. Constantly checking the news can lead to anxiety and distraction. Instead, choose 1 or 2 trusted sources and check them once a day. Tim Ferriss, in the 4-Hour Workweek, suggests doing a media fast for a week. No news, no social media. It's a great way to reset and regain control over your time. Next, curate your social media feeds. Unfollow accounts that don't add value to your life. Studies show that social media can lower your self-esteem and increase anxiety. Instead, follow accounts that inspire, educate, or bring you joy. Remember, you are in control of what you see. Podcasts and audiobooks are another area to consider. While they can be great sources of information, too much can overwhelm you. Choose 1 or 2 topics to focus on at a time. This allows you to dive deep and truly absorb the information, rather than skimming the surface of many topics. Email newsletters are another form of input that can easily become clutter. Unsubscribe from those that you don't read regularly. Keep only the ones that genuinely interest you. This will not only declutter your inbox, but also free up mental space. Finally, be mindful of how much time you spend consuming versus creating. It's easy to fall into the trap of endless learning without taking action. A good rule of thumb is the 80-20th principle. Spend 80% of your time creating or doing, and only 20% consuming information. This balance will help you stay productive and focused on your goals. Chapter 5. Essentialism. Mastering the art of saying no. Let's talk about one of the hardest skills to master, saying no. It sounds simple, but for many of us, it's a real challenge. We often overcommit, leading to stress and burnout. But here's the thing. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something that truly matters. Greg McKeown, in his book Essentialism, puts it this way: if it isn't a clear yes, then it's a clear no. This principle is key to protecting your time and energy. Start by identifying your top priorities. Once you know what matters most, it becomes easier to say no to everything else. When you're asked to take on a new commitment, pause before answering. Ask yourself if this aligns with your goals and values. If it doesn't, politely decline. You don't have to explain yourself. A simple, "I'm unable to commit to this right now," is enough. Remember, your time is precious, and you have the right to protect it. Another strategy is to create a yes-no list. On one side, list the things you'll say yes to, your priorities, values, and goals. On the other side, list the things you'll say no to, distractions, non-essential tasks, and anything that doesn't align with your purpose. This visual reminder can help you stay focused. It's also important to set boundaries with your time. For example, you could designate certain hours of the day as focus time, where you're not available for meetings or interruptions. This helps you stay productive and protects your most valuable resource, time. Finally, don't be afraid to delegate. If a task doesn't require your unique skills, pass it on to someone else. This frees you up to focus on what only you can do. Remember, saying no isn't about being selfish. It's about being strategic with your time and energy. Chapter 6. The Minimalist Mindset. Cultivating Intentional Habits. Finally, let's talk about adopting a minimalist mindset in your daily life. Minimalism isn't just about decluttering your space. It's about living with intention. It's about making choices that align with your values and goals. Start by simplifying your habits. According to James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, small changes can lead to big results. He says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Focus on building small, intentional habits that support your long-term goals. One powerful habit is practicing gratitude. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Studies show that gratitude can increase your happiness by up to 25%. It's a simple practice that can shift your mindset and help you focus on what truly matters. Another habit is setting daily intentions. Instead of starting your day with a to-do list, start with an intention. This could be something like, "I will focus on my top priority today," or "I will be present in my interactions." Setting an intention helps you stay grounded and focused throughout the day. It's also important to simplify your decision-making process. Steve Jobs famously wore the same outfit every day to reduce decision fatigue. You don't have to go that far, but simplifying your choices, like what to wear or what to eat, can free up mental energy for more important decisions. Lastly, embrace the idea of less but better. This is another concept from Greg McKeown's Essentialism. It's about focusing on fewer things, but doing them better. Whether it's your work, your relationships, or your hobbies, aim for quality over quantity. This mindset shift can lead to a more fulfilling and productive life. For fresh videos and updates, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.